And so I think that a lot of people is just not being openly and honest with whoever it is, at first with themselves and then with the person that they get with. And then that would eliminate the insecurity, because then you would align yourself with somebody that's actually rocking with your lifestyle. You will be surprised at the amount of people that actually probably more closely rock out with what it is that you say. But then you start selling these pipe dreams and selling these wolf tickets of a false narrative, and it created an expectation. And then you want to come back and say, well, she insecure. Nah, you out here doing fuck shit behind the scenes and you didn't tell her that up front. And so as a result, that's why she like that. She not just like that for no reason. Don't nobody just wake up insecure. Like usually what happens is people sell one thing and then they move a completely different way instead of being consistent the entire way. Or if they start to evolve and change, to be able to have that conversation and be upfront and real with it. And most people is just they too scary to do that, and so they'll just do something on the side, which I believe that it just takes too much work to live like that. I don't believe in that. I just want to be living in bliss, have my life, have a good time, and I ain't trying to be dealing with all of that nonsense. So just be real, like just be real with who you are, and if she ain't rocking with you, it's like 4 billion other women that's on the face of the earth. You ain't got to be tied to just that person. There's somebody out there for you.
I want to get Balance and Precious in there. Go ahead.
To answer the question, I think it depends, like on the why, because they're saying everywhere you go, like why? If they want to, sure, why not? This is a question where it's like whatever works for you. Now, if you're doing it because you're insecure, that's different, and that should be worked out. But if you're doing it because you enjoy each other's company, there's nothing wrong with that. And I wouldn't let two men on a panel tell me any other. I can't even talk about the two men because I don't even want to go there. That's a whole separate conversation. But but anyway, like why are they giving relationship advice? Forget it. Okay, so what I will say is I'll give a personal example, especially about Atlanta, because I think I told you
What are
guys
you
about
talking about, Balance?
I'm talking about the clip that was played. The two men talking about a heterosexual relationship. I don't for the life of me.
Oh, you talking about the clip? My bad.
Yes.
Yeah, the clip. I
The
walked
clip,
away when
Anton.
y'all
The
played
clip.
that clip.
Email.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, and that's not my cup of tea. People. Anyway, I don't want to see Anton. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, back to the question. So I'll give a personal example. While being in Atlanta, I told you guys about this guy that I tried to date initially a long time ago who was very insecure. And I was like, I can't deal with it because he's asking all these questions. I got to prove where I am and send locations. I don't have time for that. Like, I'm not a liar. I don't need anybody treating me like a liar. I don't want to deal with it. But then my man that I have now, complete opposite, very secure in who he is. I love it. It's none of that drama. We go out in Atlanta in one of the gyms in Atlanta, LA Fitness, and there was this girl. A lot of them have the BBLs, you guys know. So she was like strutting around the gym, and then she like kept walking past him, and then she even bent over at a point in front of him so he could look at her, and he continuously ignored her and looked at me and like just he was laughing, like he's like, you see what I gotta deal with. And it was funny, like there it was no insecurity there because he doesn't he makes me feel easily secure. I'm secure within myself, but then also he doesn't give me any reason to be insecure. So it's double fold. So it's like we can't make our partners feel insecure, but you also can't have that within you. Like you have to have knowledge of self, you have to have self-love, self-confidence, like work on your self-esteem. So that goes for men and women because a lot of men out here be insecure too. So I know, Aaron, you were talking about the women, but there's a lot of insecure men out here as well. So that's it. That's how I feel about it. Do what works for your relationship and don't listen to homosexual men telling heterosexual people how to have a relationship. Cut it out. I'm done.
And go ahead, Precious.
Well, I was the first to go, but I agree with Balance. You have to be. I don't think anyone should get with anyone else who's not confident in themselves. Like you have to be confident. That has to be the base of your relationship. Because if you do happen to go, let's just say you do happen to go on a business trip without your significant other, do you have a significant other that's going to be wondering, like, where are they? Who are they talking to? Who are they texting? Who are, you know, that has to be you have to have an understanding between you and your partner or your significant other, your spouse, whatever you want to call it, that you're confident enough that they handling business. Whatever's going on is whatever's going on, but they handling business. You know, so there has to be a level of confidence in the man and the woman. So even when you are together, y'all make a statement. You don't even have to talk when you walk in the room because people can feel it.
Facts, Precious. And Aaron is Mr. Let Go. Aaron, aka Mr. Let Go. I said it.
I go ahead, Ali.
I mean, I think everybody made great points as usual. Some points was all right, but I think like and some points were suspect. But if a relationship is going to develop, obviously there should be an agreement on what that relationship looks like. And if people are that confident in each other, they trust each other, you shouldn't be in a relationship where you have to worry about who you're spending time with and worry about if they're doing something else. I do think there can be unhealthy times where you're spending too much with each other if you're neglecting things you're supposed to do at a house, your job, kids, friendships, that you spend so much time with each other, you neglect your family, you distant from your family, you're not talking to anybody. Or even personal things. Like if we have different careers and as soon as you leave the house, the person's already texting and calling you and you can't even, focus on the things you need to do, develop as a person continuously, and just give each other that healthy space. But I also do believe if you with the right person, I can't see I can't see it being too much of being able to spend time with each other as long as it's a healthy interdependence, being away. And you can it could be interchangeable where you may have space from each other. Sometimes you may not want to see each other. You may be in the same house, you in that room, I'm in that room, and we just, if we stay in each other that much, sometimes we can get bored of each other, right? And you want to build some some suspense, like miss the person, even if y'all living inside the house. So I can see there can times where y'all want to be up on each other. There's times you might want some distance, but as long as it doesn't become unhealthy where you neglecting your life and other people, I think it's okay. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It shouldn't be healthy at all to be around somebody you love.
People should be able to understand if each other is getting bored. Like you should be able to pay attention to your partner. And if you feel the person's getting bored, go fix it, do something about it. Or you could leave like what Ali's saying, but if y'all can't get that bored of each other, like just figure out what's going to make y'all laugh. You could throw a little game or do something fun. You don't got to be all the same shit every day.
All right.
Play some trouble.